Welcome to our video on communicating with INTJs in relationships. INTJs usually value efficiency and productivity and often have a clear vision of the future. In relationships, they can be perceived as distant or aloof, but this is often due to their tendency to focus on the bigger picture rather than the details. In this video, we'll be exploring how INTJs communicate their needs and feelings, their preferred method of conflict resolution, and tips for building a strong relationship with an INTJ. Whether you're an INTJ yourself or are in a relationship with one, this video will provide valuable insights into how to effectively communicate and connect with this unique personality type. So let's jump right in. INTJs are known for their reserved and logical communication style. They tend to keep their thoughts and feelings to themselves, preferring to focus on the bigger picture rather than getting bogged down in details. This can make them appear distant or aloof, but it's important to understand that this is simply a part of their communication style. INTJs are also known for their analytical approach to communication. They tend to focus on the holistic view, the long-term goals, and the overall vision, rather than getting caught up in the finer points. This can be an asset in relationships, as it allows them to see the macro perspective and make logical decisions. However, it can also make them less attentive to the little things that are important to their partners. INTJs also tend to communicate their needs and feelings indirectly, rather than expressing them outright. They may hint at what they want or need without ever directly stating it, which can be confusing for their partners. This indirect communication style can make it difficult for others to understand their needs and feelings, but it's important for those in relationships with INTJs to pay attention to their nonverbal cues and indirect statements in order to understand their needs and feelings. When it comes to conflict resolution, INTJs tend to approach them in a logical and analytical manner. They like to take a step back and analyze the situation objectively, rather than getting caught up in emotions. They also prefer to deal with conflicts in a calm and rational way, and they often prefer to find a solution that benefits all parties involved. INTJs also tend to be direct and assertive when it comes to conflict resolution. They don't shy away from expressing their opinions, and they prefer to deal with conflicts head-on. This can be perceived as confrontational by some, but it's simply the INTJ's preferred method of conflict resolution. If you're in a relationship with an INTJ, it's important to remember that they prefer to deal with conflicts in a logical and analytical manner. To effectively communicate with an INTJ during conflicts, it's important to stay calm, avoid getting emotional, and present facts and logic to support your argument. It's also important to be direct and assertive, as INTJs appreciate clear and honest communication. Another tip is to be open to compromise. INTJs are willing to find a solution that benefits all parties involved. And be patient. INTJs may need some time to process and analyze the situation before they can come to a resolution. Understanding their approach to conflict resolution can help in building strong and effective communication in relationships with INTJs. As we've discussed earlier, they prefer to focus on the full picture and communicate with facts and logic. They don't sugarcoat things and make them across as confident and self-assured. Even though they may struggle with expressing emotions, it doesn't mean they don't have them. They prefer meaningful and deep conversations and don't enjoy small talk. To effectively express one's own needs and feelings to an INTJ, it's important to be clear and direct. Avoid beating around the bush, and state your needs and feelings clearly and concisely. Use facts and logic to support your argument, and be willing to listen to the INTJ's perspective. Creating a strong bond with an INTJ requires effective communication. It is therefore important to understand their communication style and to be patient. INTJs appreciate independence, so it's important to give them space and to respect their need for alone time. Make sure to take the time to have those deep and meaningful conversations that they prefer. Showing an interest in their hobbies, interests, and passions can also help build a strong bond. In closing, it is crucial to remember that intuition and thinking are two key elements of communication for INTJs. It's important for people in a relationship with an INTJ to make sure to communicate with respect and focus on understanding and compromise. With mindful self-awareness and communication, INTJs are capable of building relationships that are successful, understanding, and long-lasting. With these tips, you can effectively and successfully communicate with an INTJ in a relationship. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Brain and Behavior.